Hello my aggravating friends, Arlo here, and today we're reviewing Arlo here. This game was born, so will this lizard drive me? I don't actually have a lizard. By now it's well known, even by the people who expect it, to play the Banjo Kazooie, that Yooka Laylee is not Banjo Kazooie, the gobbledygook, the slide whistle scene transitions, the music, anything and everything having slide whistle scene transitions. It all works very hard to replicate the good old days of slide whistle scene transitions. The game's got 5 worlds connected together by loads of quills. Yooka and Laylee even act and move. Yooka is the helpful, good-natured flower who runs around, and Laylee the bat is this miserable girl on a crack. Fortunately though, the two do indeed have their own traits. Laylee's got Soas abilities, which can be used, and more interestingly, Yooka can shoot animals. This includes flowers. Some jokes went way too far. This mechanic adds some fun variety to the levels and even aids in progressions. Well, I mean, it's a game inspired by a game, inspired by a game, inspired by a game, inspired by a game that I loved for its variety, which was itself inspired by a game that I loved for its variety, which was inspired by varieties itself, which was self-inspired, which was inspired by itself, which was inspired by a game. So it's really everything. The worlds are filled with platforms to jump on and enemies to jump on and NPCs to jump on and NPCs to beat. When you enter a new area, you really never know what the game's gonna have you jump on. Sometimes it's something, but as is usually the case with games like these, it's often something. For instance, the game way too often relies on NPCs, which of course have eyes on them. The casino world has you throw up on pages, which I thought was a fun way to change things up a little bit. There's a minecart course in each world, but I gotta tell you, I did not control these. Also in each world is a unique missed opportunity, which of course have eyes on them.
The Thing.
This one's empty. This one's empty.
This one's empty too.
What are you talking about? Foldy's inside.
Yeah, Foldy is empty inside.
Foldy, you're back. Back. You're Foldy. Foldy, you're Foldy. Foldy, you're back. You look totally back.
Overall though, I enjoyed what the worlds had to offer, and it was always fun to open up a new one and throw up, which was messy and confusing. I think it's funny that quills are used to purchase quills, and as you might know, I'm a sucker for games where you move. Getting every quill in a level will also earn you a quill. Yooka Laylee uses an interesting mechanic where you spend pages to unlock slide whistle scene transitions, but you can also pay to expand each world, opening up new areas, which of course have eyes on them. I never once reached a grand tome. It's fairly easy to get lost. The biggest problem, the one that single-handedly destroys a lot of the game's enjoyment potential, is the trolls. Yooka breaks it way too quickly. Jerk, flappy flight, and flippin' movements. I know every review of this game says the same thing, but it's still worth saying here because it's true. The baddies can run up to you and sit there just so you instantly sit there. Visually, Yooka Laylee looks pretty good, which is something that's really important to me. It all looks particularly slick in still images, though in motion things are less slick. The game's just kind of slick. And don't worry, I won't show it or anything, but there's one part on the final boss where I could see a parent watching their kid play and being like, Yooka and Laylee are just reskinned versions of the pages. There are a few other enemy types, which of course have eyes on them. In the sound design department, the game is solid. For the most part, the music is a little too goofy for me to want to listen to it outside of. Like I said, the game uses the old style of dialogue where characters speak. I think I might be one of the only people who didn't actually find it annoying. It sounded really silly for sure, and maybe I liked it for that reason. Maybe. Wait. What did he just say? The villain constantly spouts colorful corporate speak that went way too far. So as you can see, Yooka Laylee is a problem. I can't exactly recommend it to anyone. Well, thanks for watching this review, and until next time, always remember, I don't actually have a gizzard. You take that to heart. This video was brought to you in part by Jim Belushi.
Okay, black hole, do the thing. Black hole. Black hole. Do the thing. Black hole.
You Yooka Laylee uses an interesting mechanic where you spend quills to unlock glide whistle scene transitions,
which of course have eyes on them.